There you go.
Intense, right? A little intense.
Canelo, who are you sitting to my right? Obviously, this is a big, big fight. How did it all come together?
Canelo wanting to fight the very best, and Canelo wanted to fight the second best middleweight on the planet today, and that's Daniel Jacobs. You have champion versus champion. When you have fighters who are willing to fight each other, you get these types of fights. May 4th, I have it's guaranteed we're going to see fire.
And now how about from Matchroom Boxing? What are your thoughts? I was going to say Eddie Hearn, but he's not here. You're much better looking than Eddie Hearn, by the way, being here today. Let's talk now about the Daniel Jacobs side of the story. How important is this fight for Jacobs and his legacy going forward?
Thank you for your kind words.
Yes, it's Frank Smith, by the way.
Yeah, obviously this is a huge fight for Danny Jacobs' career. You have to respect both of these fighters that they wanted to go in there, fight the best, 1 and 2. But I believe, and we all truly believe, that on Saturday, the 4th of May, Daniel Jacobs will unify, will win that fight, and he'll take home those belts and he'll solidify his legacy as one of the best fighters that's ever.
You know, Eddie Hearn said that he could see some fear in Oscar De La Hoya's eyes after this fight was made. Maybe they jumped in a little too deep than they thought. What do you think? Is Daniel Jacobs maybe a little better than they're giving credit for?
I'm sure they haven't underestimated Danny at all, but you know, as I say, we believe Danny's going to go in there, do the job. Oscar doesn't look too concerned, but on the 5th of May when he wakes up and he doesn't have the world champion, you know, it'll be interesting.
Richard Stern from the Las Vegas Sports and Entertainment. How big of a fight is this for Las Vegas on May the 4th at the T-Mobile Arena?
Tremendously excited. Looking forward to this. It's going to be a great, great event. Thank you.
Awesome. How about Checo Reynoso's with us tonight? You've known Canelo since he was a little boy, and now he's fighting on these massive, massive fights. How has he changed over the years?
¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes, Los Ángeles. Sí, efectivamente yo conocí a Canelo desde que era un niño, pero un niño muy fuerte. Ahora es un hombre completo y es un gran boxeador y es un gran campeón.
Yes, precisely. I met him when he was a little boy, but today he's a great man and a complete fighter.
At what point in his career did you determine that he was going to be the superstar that he has become?
Desde que Saúl cruzó el gimnasio, sabíamos que algo iba a pasar, algo grande. Y desde que hizo su debut como profesional, hace 14 años, empezó a escribir una gran historia y la sigue escribiendo. Y cuando termine su carrera, van a saber quién fue el Canelo Álvarez.
The moment he set foot in the gym, we knew there was something special. But when he debuted, we knew it was going to be great. And the day he retires, the people will always remember one of the greatest fighters that ever set foot in a ring.
Keith Conley, you know Daniel Jacobs for a long time. He's obviously overcome so much adversity in his life. Did you ever expect him to be where he is today?
It's pretty funny because I heard a reporter saying that this is a surreal moment that he got this big fight, and the truth is, we've been talking about this moment for 15 years. This moment's way overdue for Danny. He's at a point in his life where I think he's mentally mature, that we're taking the fight at the right time, and I have zero doubt that on May 4th he becomes a lineal middleweight champion, and I'll go as far to get 4th.
A guarantee. Now let's hear from, we're going to find out who the better boxer is. There's no doubt who the smartest man is here today. He's only 30 years old, but he runs DAZN's United States operations. Please give it up to the man with the best hair here today, Joe Markowski. What does this fight mean for DAZN and for these two fights?
Your relentless, yeah, lovely comments.
I'd like a raise on
For us, it's Oscar mentioned champion versus champion. I think in Canelo Alvarez, you have a global superstar, and in Danny Jacobs, you have a New Yorker with a story which really fit for the history books. And we're just deeply honoured and proud to be exclusively broadcasting it here in the United States. I think fireworks are guaranteed. I won't go as far to guarantee victory for either man, but from our perspective, it's a fantastic showdown. And the only thing missing from it is a pay-per-view price tag, and we're very proud to be doing that for the fans come May the 4th in Las Vegas.
How does this business model work? We know with all the pay-per-view fights coming out from other organizations, you pay $89, $99. How does DAZN make money when it's just one low price per month, and you pay this man for 11 fights, $365
Sorry, my hand hurts.
As we recognise the long-term value of boxing in this country, we recognise the passion that fans have for it, and we're making a significant investment long-term for the good of the sport and for the good of its fans. And we'll worry about the business model, but we're really proud to be delivering it to the fans come May the 4th in Las Vegas and everywhere across the country.
And Oscar, why did you decide to sign?
Who do you guys have in this fight, Canelo or Jacobs? Let's go right there.
Well, it was a decision collectively by the whole team. Canelo loves his fans, he cares about his fans. As we do in Golden Boy Promotions, we want the best fights to happen. You don't have to pay $80, $90 anymore for a pay-per-view. If Canelo decides to fight 3 times, you're not gonna have to pay $270 for a pay-per-view that year. You only have to pay $9.99 a month to watch Canelo Alvarez, Anthony Joshua, the very best. And let me tell you why DAZN is so great. Because they care about the fans. That's the bottom line. You can get 100+ fights on DAZN. Globally, the best fights from Europe, the best fights from the US. You have Anthony Joshua who's fighting in June. You have the huge major fight with Canelo and Jacobs. Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Drinko, right? But let me tell you why this. Because you have 2 warriors, you have 2 gladiators who don't have a quit in their game. I remember Daniel Jacobs since his first very fight, okay? Having to survive cancer, having to come back and win 2 world titles. You think anything's gonna stop him? You think that when he sees Canelo in the middle of the ring, he's gonna be scared and have fear? No. And then you have Canelo. When he was born, there was no fear in him. Since he was born, Canelo faces everybody, he faces anybody, and come Cinco de Mayo weekend, champion versus champion, I guarantee you this is gonna be the fight of the year.
Let's hear now from Canelo's trainer, Eddie Reynoso. Eddie, what's the game plan to beat someone like Daniel Jacobs?
Pues hacer una gran preparación, estamos enfrente de un gran boxeador, tiene bastantes cualidades.
Well, to make a great preparation during camp, because in front of us we have a great fighter, tremendous abilities.
Pero al final la experiencia que tenemos nosotros de haber enfrentado ya 3 ex campeones y campeones mundiales.
But the experience, all fighters out at the top levels, all the former world champions and current world champions.
Y pasar por el mejor momento de su carrera, yo creo que eso va a ser la gran diferencia.
And the biggest difference is that we're going through what is his best moment.
Sin ningún problema.
That, along with the great preparation, will guarantee us victory come May 4th.
In his last 168 pounds, he fought and beat a much bigger fighter in Rocky. Was that, or did you learn a lot about Canelo that night that you can apply to a bigger fighter on May 4th than Jacobs?
That's a good question. Damn.
Jacobs, así esté quien esté en las 160, vamos a pelear a ellos y este año queremos lograr el primer mexicano en estar los 4 títulos de los organismos más prestigiosos del mundo y Jacobs está ahí y hay que ganar.
No, that fight had nothing to do with what we're presenting now. Our objective this year is to win all the belts, become the first Mexican world champion to unify in history, and Jacobs is there right now as the ABF champion. So May 4th is one step closer to unifying all the belts.
Aparte, casi todos los rivales han sido un poco más altos.
And besides, remember, most of his opponents have been taller.
How about we hear now from the trainer of Daniel Jacobs, Andre Rozier. When you look at Canelo Alvarez, what kind of fighter do you see and how do you beat him?
You see a fantastic fighter, very talented. Is when he gets in the ring with Daniel Jacobs. Because in Daniel Jacobs, you have an extremely gifted, articulated, fast-moving, hard-punching middleweight. He's the new middleweight. Big, tall, and intelligent. And that's what Canelo's going to have to deal with on May 4th.
Do you feel like you need to knock Canelo out to win this fight?
I don't feel we have to knock him out. My son might feel he has to knock him out, but I think Danny is the best middleweight walking this planet. And his capabilities, his skill set, his ring generalship will be the issue that proves too much for Canelo on May 4th.
Haha, stop it, guys.
We've heard from everyone up here except for the 2 fighters. Would you guys like to hear from them?
Sorry.
Let's start with the Miracle
Okay,
Man,
let's turn around.
Daniel Jacobs. You've seen Canelo fight several
Thanks for
times.
tuning
You know
in.
what he does well. What game, if any, that you can exploit?
Well, at this level, obviously, there's very slim holes in Canelo's game. I think that what I've said before, as far as Canelo's facing the best, he has. His resume speaks for itself. But one thing that we have to mention is that he might have fought a big dude before, he might have fought a talented guy before, or a fast guy, or a guy with a high boxing IQ. But he's never faced all of those things in one night, and that's what I believe I possess.
His last 2 fights against Triple G decisions were very controversial. I've read that you think that Canelo didn't win those 2 fights.
Correct, I agree. I think that it was a close fight, especially the second one, but I thought that Triple G narrowed it by a small margin. But it is my, I got more love in Mexico. But it is my job to go in there and make a decisive win come May 4th. And I hope that all these fans that are cheering the group show up because it's going to be an exciting fight. And we're going to give you guys exactly what you're looking for. So whether or not you're rooting for me, whether or not you're rooting for Canelo, we understand that it's our job to please you guys because you're the paying fans that give us the career that we have. So I appreciate you guys, but ultimately, come May 4th, I have a job to do and I look forward to being victorious.
The very classy Daniel Jacobs. Now let's hear from the lineal champion himself, Canelo Alvarez.
I love these guys.
A lot of people thought maybe you would wait a while to take this fight. Why?
Agradecido con ustedes por todo el apoyo que siempre me brindan. No, está en el camino de un objetivo que tengo, de hacer historia, de ser el primer mexicano en ganar los 4 títulos. Está en el camino porque quiero hacer historia y siempre para mí es importante darle a la gente este tipo de peleas, ¿no? Una pelea donde hay riesgo. Yo quiero que la gente siempre vaya a una pelea de Canelo
Sorry, my hand is shaky.
y vaya con la idea de que puedo matar o puedo ganar, pero que siempre se lleven una gran pelea. Pero lo que sí les garantizo es que mi mentalidad siempre es ganadora y siempre les voy a dar grandes triunfos para ustedes.
First and foremost, thank you to everyone
Órale.
that's given me the love and support. To answer your question, why
Daniel Jacobs' opponent. I know he's a complicated, but he's a world champion. And I've always said, and I've always wanted to write history. The best. This is no exception. I love challenges. I want them to always know when they come to see my fights, they're going to get the best fights. I may win, I may lose, I may draw. But I'll tell you what, you know when a winning heart, and that main court will not be an exception. I'm coming to win for you.
You heard what Daniel Jacobs had to say about your fights with Triple G. He also fought Gennady Golovkin and was put down once in that fight. Do you think you can knock Jacobs down as well?
En el boxeo todo puede suceder. Yo siempre me subo a noquear a mis rivales, a lastimarlos lo más que pueda, esa es la verdad. Eso es así. A eso me subo y siempre busco un knockout, siempre busco un knockout que se puede ir a la distancia, entonces me voy a preparar para cualquier cosa que se presente arriba del cuadrilátero, estar listo.
In boxing, anything can happen. And I always go out to look for the knockout because obviously winning by knockout is more spectacular, and that's what I want to give the fans, a spectacular finish. Anything can happen, I'm always prepared for that, and I'm ready to adapt.
Daniel, do you think you can put Canelo down?
100%. I believe I'm the bigger, stronger, I'm the fast guy, and I believe that I have the will and the desire to go inside that ring and be victorious. I've always stressed that I couldn't Canelo Alvarez out. I believe in my heart that I can be victorious. So whether or not that's a decision or knockout, I see myself having my hand raised by the end of the night.
And by the way, a lot of you probably heard this week that Bryce Harper signed with the Philadelphia Phillies for $330 million. And people are talking about it being the richest contract in sports. I'm here to tell you the richest contract in sports belongs to this man. 11 fights, $365 million. Canelo, with that much money, and considering your upbringing in Mexico, how are you able to stay within yourself?
No, la humildad no viene de la mano del dinero. No, eso no se basa en si tienes o no tienes. La personalidad o el carácter que tienes o la educación que tienes ya la tienes, ¿no? Hay gente, yo conozco gente que tiene mucho dinero y que son muy humildes. Aquí está uno que conozco que es muy amigo mío, a muchos más que son muy humildes. Conozco mucha gente que tiene mucho dinero y no son, pero también conozco gente que no tiene nada y no son humildes. Entonces la humildad no se basa en el dinero, ¿no? A mí no me hace más ni menos que nadie si tengo o no tengo.
Look, being successful and being humble can interact one with the other. I know a lot of people, like my friends here, that are very well, yet very humble. And I know some people that are not all that rich or successful and are not humble. It has nothing to do with it. It comes from principle and being humble.
On my way in here, one of your fans stopped me and said, since Canelo has $365 million, you can buy us all a Tecate beer today before you leave.
Es gratis para ustedes, la Tecate.
It's free for all of you.
And finally, what's your prediction for this fight? What will we be saying May 5th after this is over, Dan?
We will be saying
Si quieren también una de Génesis.
Hold on, champ is We'll be saying that there's a new middleweight king of the division, and his name is Daniel Jacobs from Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York.
Get their face.
I have all the dollars in the world. I know that the odds are stacked against me, but I've already suffered this in my past. My back was already against the wall. I'm not supposed to be here.
Wow.
When I couldn't walk, when I was fighting for my life, all I wanted to do was step foot in the ring. This brings me happiness. So I see myself being victorious because this is the second chance at greatness. And I believe I will be great come May 5th. Thank you, guys.
Canelo, what will the headlines of the newspaper in Mexico City say on May the 5th after your fight with Daniel Jacobs?
Obviamente,
Another great victory of Canelo Alvarez. That's what you can expect.
We're going to take a couple questions from some fans in just a minute. But Oscar, I say to you, you've covered a lot of fights, you've been in a lot of fights. What do you think will happen on?
Wants to be great. The fact that Jacobs wants to be great. There's no other way but to make this fight a great one for the fans. Canelo's gonna come with everything. Jacobs is gonna come with everything. And I'll tell you one thing. I mean, come Cinco de Mayo, the fans are gonna get their money's worth, and the fans are gonna win in this one. Canelo's getting better in every single fight. We don't know what he's gonna do on the 4th of May because he keeps getting better. Jacob's the same. He's hungry. He's determined. This is a fight for the ages. This is a fight, a candidate for Fight of the Year. I guarantee you.
All right, let's hear from a fan question. We sent it down here stage side. What do you got for us?
Muy buenas noches, Canelo, a todos. Canelo, sabemos que pasaste por momentos muy difíciles antes de la pelea con Triple G y hablando hoy con Oscar de la Hoya, me comentó que sintió un crecimiento en ti. ¿Cuál dirías tú que fue el reto más grande desde ese momento hasta ahora?
Cada una de las cosas que he pasado profesionalmente y en mi vida personal me han enseñado muchas cosas, ¿no? Siempre he dicho que lo importante es aprender. Cuando quieres aprender y cuando tienes las ganas de aprender, puedes hacerlo, ¿no? Seguramente vamos a cometer muchos errores, ¿no? Pero lo importante aquí es no cometer el mismo que cometiste. Así que siempre me gusta aprender. Siempre en las peleas hay errores, siempre cometes errores arriba del cuadrilátero, pero en el gimnasio me gusta entrenar, aprender para no volverlos a cometer.
The question was, we spoke to Oscar earlier, and you had some complications in the before the Golovkin fight, but that he's seen from then to now a growth, a maturity. And so Canelo says, yes, I love to learn. I'm always learning. I go into the gym with that ambition to go in and learn and know that there's errors and mistakes that have to be faced.
We have another question.
Yeah, Ray Marteri, BleacherReport.com. Mike Golovkin.
It's kind of hard to say what I've learned because each fight is different. You have to approach it differently. I'm nowhere near the style of Golovkin. That's much more of an athlete and a bigger guy. So I can't really compare to say how Canelo would do against me because only time will tell. Styles make fights, and I look forward to implementing my size and my skill inside that ring coming forward.
One more question. Do you have to win this fight by knockout?
I don't think I have to win the fight by knockout. I would like to win the fight by knockout, but most importantly, I just want this to be a fight that we can be talking about 20 years to come. But I also see myself being the victor and having my hands.
Each other with a lot of respect on this press tour. This is the third stop. They started in New York, went to Mexico City, and now here in Los Angeles. I don't think I've heard you guys say anything bad about each other. So Daniel, what's the worst thing you could say right now about Canelo?
Listen, Canelo's a stellar guy, man. It's hard to look at his smile, man. It's just he's a teddy bear. There's nothing hard to say about this guy. I mean, he's a likable guy, and this is why I love the sport of boxing because not only do you have guys fighting and want to take each other's head off, but outside the ring we could respect each other. So I have the utmost respect for Canelo, but May 4th, you'll see a different side. That's all the main things I'll say to him inside that ring.
Canelo, can you tell us something bad about Daniel?
No, nada. Siempre me he caracterizado por ser un peleador que no le gusta hablar, no hay necesidad de ofenderse o de hacer show. Creo que lo importante es subirte al cuadrilátero y dar lo mejor de ti. Y la gente sabe que siempre que me subo al cuadrilátero van a hacer buenas peleas, así que eso es lo importante, más que hablar. Las palabras siempre salen sobrando.
No, you all know me. You all know that I don't characterize myself as somebody that likes to talk or try to, do a show to sell a fight. You all know that I prepare myself 100% and give it 100% for all of you, and that's not going to be any different come May 4th.
Canelo, I know you do not like that plaid shirt he is wearing. That does not look good, right? He doesn't like his plaid shirt he's wearing at least, right?
At least.
Pues no, ¿por qué no?
He's like, no, I haven't.
Why
The
not?
same
Why
one.
not?
All right, another question from a member of the media.
Okay.
Canelo Alvarez. Now, what do you think Daniel Jacobs does extremely well? And then also, what do you think he doesn't do too well in set three?
No, es un peleador muy completo. Es un peleador muy completo que sabe hacer muchas cosas arriba del cuadrilátero. Sabe utilizar sus dos guardias, es un gran peleador. Y pues lo que no hace bien, pues lo vamos a buscar ese día, ¿no? Y por ahí vamos a dar. Y para eso vamos a entrenar, ¿no? Para ver sus debilidades y estar listos para el 4 de mayo.
No, he's a very good fighter. He's a very good fighter, talented fighter that knows how to use the ring, move, change guard. But that's what we're going to work in camp. We're going to work very hard to find those weaknesses and expose them come May 4th.
Second question is for Daniel Jacobs. Daniel, when you look at the two Golovkin fights that Canelo had, what do you see there that you could exploit and make work for your favor in the fight?
Well, once again, like I said, two totally different styles. It's really kind of hard to make that assessment because I bring a different arsenal to the game. And Canelo's going to have to see that he's going to make a lot of different adjustments in the fight because I'm no one he's ever faced before, more athletic, faster guy. So it's going to be a lot of adjustments that's got to be made. And if you can't make those adjustments, then he's going to sink before you make it to the finish line.
Canelo, you took a little bit of criticism from your Mexican fans in your first Triple G fight that you didn't fight Mexican style, you didn't go forward enough. You certainly did that in your second fight against Triple G. In this fight against Daniel Jacobs, will you walk him down?
Crítica siempre va a haber. No les hagas caso. Pues creo que es diferente, ¿no? Es un estilo diferente. Hay que prepararnos diferente, hay que hacer una estrategia muy diferente a lo que hicimos con Golovkin, ¿no? Por los estilos de peleadores. Pero un peleador como yo, con la experiencia que tengo que adaptarme a cualquier situación, así que estaremos listos.
No, this is very different. It's a very different fight, totally different because of who I have in front of me. But a fighter of my level, my experience, has to adapt to everything. And that's what we're going to do.
Are you going to be the guy that presses the tempo, or are you going to fight going backwards?
I'm going to be the guy that do what works for me. And I'm going to adjust when need be if there is a situation where I need to. But I'm going to assess my best attributes, which is my speed, boxing IQ, my lateral movement, things that he doesn't deal with very well. We've seen this with Mayweather, we've seen this with Lara. I do all of those things.
Perfecto, ¿qué tal? Saúl Canelo Álvarez, Rodolfo Vargas, de TV Azteca, la Casa del Museo. He compared himself to Mayweather and Lara, and he does all of those things, moves like those guys. Convertir en el mejor peleador libra por libra de la actualidad. ¿Qué sorpresa le tienes a Daniel Jacobs ahora que estás en la cima del museo?
No, creo que soy un peleador que siempre improvisa en cada una de sus peleas y seguramente voy a sacar algo nuevo, ¿no? En la pelea. ¿Por qué? Por el estilo. Así que estén pendientes que va a ser una gran pelea.
The question was, Hector, who's seen Canelo for many years, what surprise do you have for Jacobs come May 4th? And he said, look, there's no surprise. Look, he's a fighter that improvises and makes adjustments. There's a lot of talent. We just have to prepare ourselves. We know what we have in front, and we'll be ready for come May 4th.
Earlier I heard you say Brooklyn style. Sort of Mexican style boxing.
It's that great old African style, right? We talk about Mexican style come forward, but of course in boxing, Africans has always been dominant, and we've always had a great style. It was Sugar Ray Robinson to Sugar Ray Leonard to all these great African champions. I possess that, and I look forward to being dominant in the fight, possessing my style of boxing.
All right, before we go, one final word from each of these fighters. Canelo Alvarez, this is the final stop of the tour. The talking is almost over. What do you have to say to Daniel Jacobs and to your fans here in Los Angeles?
No, agradecido con todos ustedes, muchas gracias. Gracias por todo su apoyo y nos vemos el 4 de mayo. Gracias.
I just want to thank everybody here, all the love, all the support, and I'll see you all May 4th. Don't miss it.
And Daniel,
I don't know, that's a tough one. As champion versus champions, it's both types. But I think since Mikey is going up in weight, that's a huge challenge.
Canelo is receiving the love that he has. He's a tremendous champion in Canelo. but it's something that lives inside me that cannot allow myself to be defeated. And if I can win a couple of fans over come May 4th, when I have my hand raised, I would appreciate that. But ultimately, I just hope that you guys enjoy the show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the talk is over. You can purchase your tickets now at